Alright, we should be live right now. I don't even know where my chat went. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, come on. No, come on. Isn't there a way? Alright, come on. No, I don't want the chat that big. Come on. Okay, I think that's the best I'm going to get it. Alright, so I guess I don't need that? But I should see if I'm actually streaming to YouTube right now. Oh. Okay, yeah, it looks like I am live right now. I mean, there's a bit of a delay going on right now. However, from the looks of it, I am currently live. Alright, well, thank you all for joining this stream. And today we are celebrating the birthday of my favorite actor of all time, Robin Williams. Now, I grew up watching so many of his movies. Dead Poets Society, Happy Feet, Flubber, Mrs. Doubtfire, the entirety of the Night at the Museum franchise. Well, at least the first three, if they did make a fourth one. Yeah, because I heard that they did make a fourth one. I could be wrong about that. How's that? Night at the Museum 4. Okay, they did make a cartoony one last year. However, I don't plan on watching it. However, that might change. I don't know. But anyway, feel free to say anything about your favorite Robin Williams movie, moment, quote, anything. Anything about Robin Williams in a positive light, please say it in the chat. Because this is, like I promised, the first live episode of the Sami Owens show. And what better way to do that than to have a little birthday celebration for my favorite actor. And I have my main monitor set up for yeah, it's just some facts about Robin Williams. And occasionally I will be reading from here. And I'll also be talking about some of my favorite movies of his. So, I shouldn't even have to say this. There will be obvious spoiler warnings. Because we're talking about Robin Williams' career. Like, if you haven't seen all of his movies and you're worried about spoilers, now would be the best time to leave, honestly. Even though I would prefer it if you'd stay. If you aren't worried about spoilers, welcome. Alright. So let's start off by talking about the friendship he had with Coco the gorilla. Now, I was watching that video before I even started the stream. Because oh. Huh. Sorry. But yeah, I was watching that video before I even started this stream. Because I was reading this article beforehand. And I was like, I remember that video. I want to go watch it again. But yeah, in 2001, Williams visited Coco the gorilla, who passed away in June. And I'm assuming this must have been like June of 2018 when this was written. At the Gorilla Foundation in Northern California. Her caretakers had shown her one of his movies and she seemed to recognize him. Coco repeatedly signed for Williams to tickle her. We shared something extraordinary, laughter, Williams said of the encounter. On the day Williams died, the foundation shared the news with Coco and reported that she fell into sadness. Which, to be fair, I don't know anyone who wouldn't have been sad hearing that news. Like, I was devastated when I heard that news. Like, I was at a sleepover event for in the church I was going to at the time, and I was, oh god, oh, thank you. Hold on one second. That is amazing. Sorry, my mom made grilled cheese. Well, it's more of like a grilled cheese with cheese melted on the outside of it. But anyway, I was 12 when this happened. But yeah, he passed away 2014. Yeah. Because I turned 13 in September. So when I found out that he passed away, I was devastated, and I was hoping that it was just a cruel, sick joke. But that was a very rough day. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, there was this one thing I heard the other day. Okay, yeah, where is it? Where is that fact? Let's see, where is it? Alright, let's see. Plans for the live-action Pokemon film, Detective Pikachu, go as far back as 2012 when producers Cal Boyder, Mary Parent, and Ollie Mendez all tried to convince the Pokemon Company to give it a shot, but the company wasn't interested at all. The producers would make monthly meetings with the Pokemon Company executives to throw around any ideas for a live-action Pokemon movie they could. At one point, Paramount expressed interest in working with the producers for the movie, but the talks fell through. It wasn't until the release of Pokemon Go along with parent joining Legendary Pictures as vice chairman of worldwide production. That the Pokemon Company felt warm to the idea, and even then, it was their call, not the producers, to adapt Detective Pikachu first before moving on to anything else. The Pokemon Company tried to keep Mr. Mime from appearing in the movie because they knew he wouldn't come out well in live action. No. Come on, where is the... They were similarly protective of Professor Oak and his legacy, as any and all plans to include him were immediately vetoed with the death of their preferred actor. Alright, and then there's... Okay, found it. At least I think so. This isn't the site I found it on. However... Oh, what could have been. Here's the section I was looking for. Oh, there were plans to do an actual Mrs. Doubtfire sequel before his death nixed it. Had it not been for his death, he was Nintendo's first choice to play Professor Oak if they ever made a live-action Pokemon movie. So that is why Professor Oak was not in Detective Pikachu. That was the main thing I was looking for. Okay, let's go back up. Now it's time to learn a fact about my favorite Robin Williams movie of all time, Mrs. Doubtfire. As a teen, Lisa Jacob played Robin Williams' daughter, Lydia Hillard, in Mrs. Doubtfire. When I was 14 years old, I went on location to film Mrs. Doubtfire for 5 months, and my high school was not happy. Jacob wrote on her blog, "My job meant an increased workload for teachers, and they were not equipped to handle a non-traditional student, so during filming they kicked me out." Sensing Jacob's distress over the situation, Williams typed a letter and sent it to her school. "A student of her caliber and talent should be encouraged to go out in the world and learn through her work," he wrote. "She should also be encouraged to return to the classroom when she's done to share those experiences and motivate her classmates to soar to their own higher achievements. She is an asset to any classroom." Apparently the school framed the letter but didn't allow Jacob to return. But here's what matters from that story. "Robin stood up for me," Jacob wrote. "I was only 14, but I had already seen that I was in an industry that was full of backstabbing, and it was entirely clear that Robin had my back." That just goes to show you how amazing of a guy Robin Williams was. Alright, let's... Now, some of you may be wondering, why is Mrs. Doubtfire my favorite Robin Williams movie? Actually, no, scratch that. Why is my favorite movie of all time? Like, doesn't matter, like, who the actor is. Like, I already know my top 3 favorite movies of all time. Detective Pikachu is number 3, The Greatest Showman is number 2, and Mrs. Doubtfire is number 1. The reason why Mrs. Doubtfire is my favorite movie of all time, I watched it a lot growing up. No one could have done that role better than Robin Williams. It had the right amount of touching moments and comedy. Like, the flow just balanced each other out. And if your movie can take me on an emotional roller coaster, well, like movie, show, game, anything, if you can take me on an emotional roller coaster, you're definitely up there. So, yeah. That is why Robin Williams will always be my favorite actor. He can do comedy. He can do drama. He can do anything better than most actors can. Like, instead of playing yourself in the same movie... sorry. I had something stuck in my throat there. But if you look at, like, Flubber, you can see he has a more comedic role, and he pulls it off perfectly. And if you look at 1 Hour Photo, which, it was a strange movie, but he pulled off that weirdo kind of stalkerish vibe. Like, I don't condone stalking of any kind. I'm just putting that out there. But for that film role, he actually made it interesting. I honestly don't know how else to put it. Like, there are some other movies that I definitely still need to check out, like Good Will Hunting, Good Morning Vietnam, Jack. Like, I will go through a list of Robin Williams movies that I've seen. There. Come on. Oh yeah, Aladdin's another one. It was just perfect. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Let's see, I saw Mrs. Doubtfire, obviously. Dead Poet Society, Jumanji, Night at the Museum 1, 2, and 3, Aladdin, Flubber, RV, One Hour Photo, Happy Feet 1 and 2, Robots, let's see. I have not seen The King of Thieves, which I believe is the third Aladdin movie. But I'm not sure if I have to watch the second one in order to know what's going on in the third one. Mainly because I refuse to watch the second Aladdin movie. Wait, at least I think it's okay. Aladdin 2. Oh, there's going to be a second live action one in 2025. But that's not the Aladdin 2 I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Return of Jafar. I don't even know who. Oh, it's Dan Castellaneta? Like, no disrespect to the actor. Like, I haven't heard of him before. I don't know how good of an actor he is.
How does this kid know I'm me?
However, from what I remember, and well, I found the article I was looking for, why Robin Williams didn't reprise his role in Aladdin 2, The Return of Jafar. Okay, where's the main part? Okay,
Yeah, they're cheating with their names. With the one name. It's a website.
Alright, when Williams signed on to voice Genie in Aladdin, he made his requirements clear to Disney. He didn't want his voice used for any marketing campaigns. But Disney breached this agreement when it created several commercials and Genie merchandise. This betrayal resulted in a fallout between Williams and Disney, and the actor refused to reprise his voice acting role for Return of Jafar. According to LA Times, Williams had also only been paid $75,000 for his performance, but this pay cut resulted in his refusal to participate in any promotional material. That... Okay, never mind. I have heard of that Dan guy. He was the voice of Homer Simpson. The name just didn't look familiar to me. Alright, despite the fallout with Disney, Williams agreed to voice Genie for the 1996 film Aladdin and the King of Thieves after the company's apology. Disney was clearly thrilled to have Williams back because it pushed aside Castellaneta's previously recorded voice acting lines and created scenes exclusively for Williams. Despite Williams' return, Castellaneta returned as Genie for the Kingdom Hearts video game series. Yeah, I don't really plan on watching the second Aladdin movie. Like, The Return of Jafar. I'm not talking about the one that's coming out in, like, 2024, 2025, somewhere around that time. I love the one with Will Smith. It's not my favorite Aladdin movie, because that will always be the first one. However, Will Smith did something different with the Genie. He didn't try to be over the top like Robin Williams can do naturally. Like, he did his own thing with the Genie, and he made it work. He made it different, and I love that. I respect that. And I can't wait to see what they do for the upcoming Aladdin movie. Hey, Hunter. Hunter. So, would you like to share one of your favorite Robin Williams moments?
Robin Williams moments.
Yeah.
Like, look, get back in your sail. Don't let me get the hose.
Oh, yeah. That. Alright, so, like I said, spoiler warnings. In Mrs. Doubtfire, when his wife, when they're separated, she's trying to find a babysitter for her kids, and, well, not really just a babysitter, but more like a nanny of sorts. But yeah, he changed the phone number on the little application she was going to put in the newspaper, so no one else could apply for that job. And then he just called her constantly, just trying out these different voices. And my brother's favorite part was when he tried this southern accent, and he was like, "Layla, get back in your cell. Don't make me get the hose. Hello." Yeah. So that just goes to show how much Robin Williams has impacted both of us. Alright, let's move on to another part of this article here. The 1992 success of Aladdin, in which Williams voiced Genie, led to more celebrity voicing animated characters. According to a 2011 article in The Atlantic, oh, sorry. Less than 20 years ago, voice acting was almost exclusively the realm of voice actors. People specifically trained to provide voices for animated characters. As it turns out, the rise of the celebrity voice actor can be traced to a single film, Disney's 1992 breakout animated hit Aladdin. Since then, big names have attached themselves to animated films, from The Lion King to Toy Story to Shrek. Williams continued to do voice acting in animated films, including Aladdin and the King of Thieves, Happy Feet, and Happy Feet 2. Oh no. In March 1998, Williams won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his performance as Sean McGuire in Good Will Hunting. In 2011, Williams appeared on The Graham Norton Show, and Norton asked him what it was like to win the award. For a week, it was like, "Hey, congratulations, Good Will Hunting, way to go," Williams said. 2 weeks later, "Hey, Mork." Then Williams mentioned how his speech accidentally left out one of the most important people in his life. "I forgot to thank my mother, and she was in the audience," he said. Even the therapist went, "Get out." That was rough for the next few years. Mom voice. "You came through, though," points to his pants. "How's the award?" Okay, that was... Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see if I can find another article. don't make me disable ad blocker. I only disable it when I'm watching YouTube. Just to help my fellow YouTubers make ad revenues and stuff like that. Alright, I already talked about Coco the Gorilla, Lydia from Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, he wanted to play Hagrid in Harry Potter. Robin Williams wanted to be cast as Hagrid so badly in Harry Potter that he personally sent J.K. Rowling a letter begging her to give him the role. J.K. Rowling refused as she wanted an all-British cast. Well, okay, I understand that. But you could have had the greatest actor ever in Harry Potter. If that would have happened, like where Robin Williams was playing Hagrid, I probably would be a Harry Potter fan. Like, that alone could have gotten me to watch them. Like, for the record, I do not hate Harry Potter. It just doesn't interest me as much. Like, I do want to try out Hogwarts Legacy, though. Mainly because I've heard good things about it from my friend. Oh, and, if that friend is watching right now, Kyle, what a boost. But anyway, yeah, he comforted Steven Spielberg during the making of Schindler's List. Williams, who was a friend of Steven Spielberg after playing Peter Pan in Hook, would call Spielberg while he was filming Schindler's List. Spielberg shared at the 25th anniversary of Schindler's List. Robin knew what I was going through, and once a week, Robin would call me on schedule, and he would do 15 minutes of stand-up on the phone. I would laugh hysterically because I had to release so much. Oh, what an amazing guy Robin Williams is. Yeah, I already talked about Disney going back on their word. He quietly donated to the Seattle Food Bank. Executive Director of the Seattle Food Bank, Fran Yeats, said Williams performed shows in 2007 and 2008, raising nearly $50,000 for the organization just as the economy was collapsing and need was skyrocketing. Never once did Williams ask for any recognition. What an amazing guy. Not only is he on almost everyone's favorite actors list, but he is such a genuine human being. Alright, the Aladdin team created test animations set to his stand-up. In order to convince Robin Williams to join the cast of Disney's Aladdin, Eric Goldberg created a test animation of Genie performing Williams' stand-up routine. Goldberg told the New York Times Robin totally got what kind of potential animation had in utilizing his talent. If you think back on a lot of animation voices over history, especially from 1930s and 40s, many were radio actors. They could express so much with their voices. What Robin had in common with them is a set of vocal cords that were 100% elastic. Oh God. He met. Oh God. I'm not used to doing all this reading. Alright, he met the Mrs. Doubtfire kids in costume. Williams first met the children of Mrs. Doubtfire dressed in full makeup and costume. The kids were told he was Chris Columbus's mother, and they didn't recognize the comedian at all, which was the first test to see how convincing Williams was. That sounds absolutely amazing. I wonder if there's like a video of that somewhere on the internet. Let's see, Robin Williams. Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't really see it. Yeah, they don't have that on, and they don't have any videos of that, as I can see, as far as I can tell. Okay, 43 absolutely heartwarming facts about Robin Williams. I'm not gonna go through all of these because I might have gone through some of these before. Let's see. Which one of these would be the best to share? You know what? Okay. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, Robin Williams has a daughter named Zelda. And he was Robin Williams was a big fan of The Legend of Zelda, and that's where he got the name Zelda. Which, I mean, that's pretty obvious. But if I am not mistaken, alright, so in Breath of the Wild, if you go, I don't know, if you got a foothill stable, you will run across an NPC named Dado. Many fans have stated that this NPC looks just like Robin Williams. And if we're being honest, it kinda does. Okay, let's see if I can get a picture. Oh, it looks like the character's name might actually be Dato. That site just didn't know how to spell it. Yeah, it's Dato. Okay, here, let's save as okay, I hope that worked. Okay, yeah, right here. I mean, I see it. So now, let me get... Let's get this one. Yeah, do you guys see that? Because I sure do. That is amazing. Like, I've also been wanting to play Breath of the Wild for a while. Like, I'm a bit of a Legend of Zelda fan. I've only played a little bit of A Link to the Past. Like, I have a video of it somewhere on my channel. Here, let's see if I can find it. And how old is this video? I know it has to be a couple years old at least. Would it have been... Where is it? Okay. Oh, yep, there it is. Alright. The video is called There's a First Time for Everything, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Let's see, it's 9 minutes and 12 seconds long. Just a rough estimate. But yeah, this was on a special Nintendo product. Hint, hint. But yeah, I only did one video of it 4 years ago. Can I get like an exact... Oh yeah, it was April 11th of 2019. And that was around the time of my original Sami Owens show. However, that one wasn't really the best for what I've done. But anyway, I do have one Legend of Zelda video on my channel. I do want to make more. It probably won't be more of A Link to the Past unless I can find a legit version of the game. Okay, so I just noticed the thumbnail for the video, like above that one, is called Peep Review. Where yeah, if I remember correctly, it was the pancake and syrup peeps I tried. And it's just a simple thumbnail with the Peeps logo, Peeps in the background, and it says review under it on all caps. Then off to the left side, it is the wrestler Christian, who goes by Christian Cage in AEW right now. But those of you who don't know, he had this show called The Peep Show. So I put a little text bubble that is that's like right above his head, and it says, "Those aren't my peeps." That was just peak comedy 4 years ago, like when I was making videos all that time ago. In fact, I've been making videos for about 6 years now. Wait, hold on. Yeah, my first video was in 2017. Now, it may say August 21st on here, but it was technically the 20th because I believe it got uploaded, like, right as the clock turned. But I was trying to upload it all day that day, like the 20th. But anyway, we're getting off topic. Yeah, I definitely see the resemblance between Robin Williams and Dato. Where... Okay, yeah, I can... Okay, yeah, that's how I do it. You gotta be a little patient with me. I haven't really done much on OBS in a while now. I know I said that I'd be doing some more streaming on my days off. However, I've just been drained by work and everything else. Okay, I feel like, yeah, we got, hey, yeah, let's go for another, like, about 4 minutes. But anyway, let's find some Easter eggs in video games. Yeah, I know about that one. Let's see. Okay, so there's a tribute in World of Warcraft. Apparently, let's see. He was also a World of Warcraft player, and soon after his death, fans started petitioning developers Blizzard to include a tribute to the actor in the hugely popular online game. Now, as some players started exploring the beta version of the soon-to-be-released Warlords of Draenor expansion, they're starting to discover some of the moving and amusing tributes. As posted by users on Wowhead, one non-player character called Robin can be summoned by rubbing a lamp you can find in the game. This causes a genie to appear, in a clear nod to the genie in Aladdin, voiced of course by Robin Williams. Not only that, but before disappearing back into the lamp, the virtual Robin declares infinite cosmic power and itty-bitty living space, 2 iconic quotes from the genie. Nearby players have also found a large cracked egg, a tribute to Mork, another iconic Robin Williams role. You can see pictures and details of the Easter eggs at Wowhead. Given the size of the World of Warcraft and the ever-changing nature of the game, it will be little surprised if more Robin Williams tributes are discovered as more and more players start exploring Warlords of Draenor. Now let's see if I can find any more pictures of any of these. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have much time to get these pictures over to my OBS. However, this is definitely something you should check out. I just look up Robin Williams Easter eggs in video games, and you will see some of these pictures. Oh, yeah. My goodness, how many red arrows do you need, Watch Mojo? You got like 5 red arrows and 2 red circles. How clickbaity of a thumbnail do you need? Okay, yeah, I don't really see any others. Wasn't there like a Jumanji video game? Like, for the, one with The Rock and Jack Black? Oh. Not a Robin Williams Easter egg, but it's kind of funny. I might share it in another video. Alright, I can't seem to find any more. It's just a bunch of the same stuff and other things that they're talking about, like Robin Williams' daughter, some pictures from Good Will Hunting, something about Calamity from Fortnite. No idea what that is about. But before we head out today, I just want to say happy birthday, Robin Williams. He has made a huge impact on so many people's lives. And there will never be another actor on his level, like ever. But thank you all so much for joining me today. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you have any famous and favorite moments of Robin Williams' career or life. And I will catch you in